All right. Next up, we have Kwame Bowler. Did I get that last name right?
First name's Kwame.
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 Good. We'll go with that. And we have Matt Boyson, who will be the diligence lead. The stage is yours.
Thank you. The world's largest hotel chain lacks a cleaning company that can match its growth. At least, not until now. Hi, my name is Kwame Bowler, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of NEU. NEU's journey began a little bit over a year ago, where my co-founder, Rawan Lawal, and I were both frustrated by the status quo. Both of us were commercial Airbnb property managers who had managed well over 20 properties within our personal portfolios, but we were limited from growing our thriving businesses not because of a lack of inventory, but because there wasn't a cleaning company capable of keeping up with our growth. We polled around and talked to friends as well as fellow hosts within the community and realized that we weren't alone in this problem. So, seeing a market opportunity, we decided to combine resources and work together to solve the cleaning issue within the Airbnb space. However, after months of trial and error, we ended up becoming a part of a larger statistic. Over 55% of cleaning companies fail within the first year, and 95% fail within 5 years. And after realizing this and learning from the months of trial and error, we ended up understanding the pain points of the cleaning industry, as well as understanding the pain points of Airbnb hosts, and decided to try something new. So, the vacation rental industry is one that's growing exponentially. In Seattle alone, it's grown 65% year over year for the last 5 years. Local cleaning companies are not well equipped to keep up with this demand growth. Most of them lack the technical tools in order to schedule efficiently, and when you keep into consideration the short window of time between a check-in at 11 o'clock and a check-out at 3 p.m., they have difficulty effectively and efficiently navigating the space. And both cleaners and hosts hate doing laundry. Hosts hate visiting their property. They're looking for a passive stream of income, and so they often pass off services like laundry onto their cleaners. Problem with that is, average cleaner washes and dries sheets, and it takes 2.5 hours, while it takes less than 15 minutes for them to clean the entire property, making it incredibly inefficient. Status quo, the way that people try to tackle this, in terms of communication, is usually by SMS as well as phone call. That's not effective enough because hosts constantly need live-time updates to best know how cleaners are doing in their service. In terms of scheduling, it's a nightmare. When you integrate too many host calendars, it looks like that, and it's very difficult to read. Worst of all, when it comes to navigation, since there isn't route optimization available from point to point, it makes it inefficient, and cleaners waste too much time when it comes to driving. NEU solves these problems by operating as a third-party dual marketplace that connects Airbnb hosts with local cleaners to facilitate hotel-grade turnovers. We use technology such as route optimization, as well as automated billing and automated messaging to help streamline the cleaning process to allow cleaners to focus on what they do best: clean. On top of that, NEU provides fresh laundry and toiletries per turnover. We pack backpacks per the specifications of each of the listings. That way, when cleaners go in, they already have all the tools equipped to clean and turn over the property, grab the dirty, and they're off to the next job. The way that we handle this now is we stream together a series of third-party softwares to simulate what we plan on integrating with the mobile app, as well as web app form, as well as the user interface, which will be coming soon. Some of our customers include people like Karthik, who absolutely hate cleaning his Airbnb. Reason being is that he doesn't have the time, and the biggest value proposition to him is that he gets time back to spend with his family instead of sacrificing his nights and weekends cleaning his property. For Marisol, as a cleaner, she's often looking for different ways to bring in additional revenue. NEU offers her an opportunity to sacrifice days that aren't very profitable to focus exclusively on Airbnb cleaning, and thus increasing the realm of revenue that she generates on a normal basis. To date, we've completed over 1,700 cleans. We've been in over 40 homes. We've partnered with 8 different local cleaning companies and have generated over $72,000 in revenue. What's best about this business model is that for Karthik, this cost him absolutely nothing. Most hosts completely pass over the cleaning costs directly to their guests. Since they're able to charge a cleaning fee, when a guest books, they're paying for the service themselves. And our business model is simple. Karthik would charge his guests $86 to clean it. Marisol would keep $51, and NEU would give $35. In terms of unit economics, it costs us roughly $75 to acquire Karthik's and $250 to acquire Marisol. Our market is very sizable, and considering the fact that we're operating on a niche market, we are over $10.1 billion in a total addressable market and a $945 million SAM. Our go-to-market strategy now involves us using two bots. We call them Philip and Sarah. Sarah is a bot that messages people on Airbnb to tell them more about our service and to direct them to our website. Philip does the exact same thing with cleaners, an effort of getting them to contact us. That way we can bring them onto our platform. However, we recognize the limitations of this and plan on evolving when we enter new markets. We partner with commercial hosts and then partner with 3 different local cleaning companies and then continue to hold promotions as well as events and use referrals in SEM to acquire new hosts onto our service. The game plan is to continue to grow and scale and partner with other large platform services like Lothium and Guesty in order to cut down our customer acquisition costs. And when we seize about 5% of the market, partner with franchise businesses like Molly Maids in order to not only reduce our customer acquisition costs, but have more cleaners onto our platform. We've also recently partnered with Bongo PM, property management company that lists over 300 properties within North America. They aim to help us solve the chicken and egg problem when we enter new markets. In comparison to our competition, we have 4 direct competitors. We're able to outperform them because we're not only less expensive, considerably more scalable, but are more technology focused to solve the problems at hand. This graph represents all of the markets we plan on entering over the next 18 months. The TAMs and SAMs are represented as the numbers listed. This graph represents our projections. You'll notice within Q1, the number of employees is 1 and 4 when there's 3 team members on our team. All of us have agreed to not take any salaries until we get to Q2, which is when we anticipate we'll be raising a Series A round. The vision for NEU does not just extend to Airbnb cleaning. We plan on entering and offering additional services to both aspects of the marketplace, starting, of course, with luggage transfer. Have you ever encountered a case where you flew in at 9 and couldn't check your bag, or let alone get into the property until 3? You don't want to log your luggage with you the entire time. NEU aims to solve that problem by grabbing the luggage and putting it in room, offering an additional accommodation service to our guests. And in terms of product placements, what's unique about Airbnb is that the average host gets 7 stays with 3+ people per stay. That's 21 new people being introduced into an environment. To a company like Procter & Gamble, that's gold, because that gives them the opportunity where they're spending millions of dollars in product placement and samples to sample products within our listing and increase the experience for our guests. Our team consists of myself, CEO, got a degree in computer engineering from NJIT, Rowan, COO, a degree from Rutgers and TCNJ, and Shaft, CTO from UCLA. We're a unique group of teams that have worked very well together, have worked with each other for well over a year, and we're the dream team that makes NEU NEU. Why us? Simple. Our team has overcome a great deal of our adversity over the year that we've been in business, from losing initial members to overcoming working budgets, to even other challenges that we face in the short term. We've overcome every obstacle we faced on hand and are thriving strong, looking forward to grow and continue our business. The market potential for this is huge. The shared housing economy is one that is growing and thriving. Why not capture the opportunity to invest in a market that's already being invested worldwide? Very recently, a similar business in Europe just raised $3 million. Why not try to make an attempt to do that today? And in terms of the potential, 6 months ago, I didn't think I'd be here on this stage. I also didn't think that I'd be in my 2nd round of interviews with Techstars. I didn't think I'd be pitching nationally to compete against some of the best people in the same space, and I didn't think I would place regionally in a similar competition. Don't miss out investing in the next Uber of cleaning. Thank you. Oh, and sorry, really quick, I did want to take an opportunity to thank Seattle Angel Conference. I really appreciated this. This has been a phenomenal experience for us, so I think I had a little bit of time, so I just wanted to capture it. Oh, and also, I want to say thank you to my wife. She's like awesome. She holds me down. I'm serious. And also thank you to Rowan. He's like literally, they're the best. All right, let's go.
Hey, so I'm Matt Boysen, and I was a diligence lead and got a great opportunity to talk with Rowan and Kwame and learn a lot about their company. Some of the things we explored are first the team. You know, as Kwame mentioned, they've known each other for a long time. They are a very cohesive team. I don't think one thing you mentioned, you also know the industry because you're hosts yourselves. And so that's kind of like one of the areas where this idea came out is, seeing themselves. When you said you identified the pain points, it was yourselves actually seeing those as well. And then in terms of the product, I don't know if you guys, when you walked in, if you saw the backpacks, those are the new backpacks. Those are, the guys have come up with a way to attempt to really productize and make consistent cleans where there is very specific instructions for each cleaner. And then, customer traction. Another thing we looked at, there are the Airbnb space. If anybody's paid attention to it, it's pretty crazy. There's been like 100% growth and these numbers are really large. I mean, they're in the tens and hundreds of millions of stays. There's over 6,000 listings alone, and so looking into how is new acquired customers in Seattle, and then getting feedback from those customers. So in terms of the questions, we know that there's all these Airbnb hosts out there. We know that somebody's cleaning it, but how do we know that there's a demand for the Airbnb service? And then you guys just have moved full time in August. How are we going to acquire new customers?
Okay, so if you looked at our second slide, more specifically our market validation slide, it outlines that there's an outcry for this. Not only, as Matt also pointed out, we were host ourselves. We entered the cleaning space and created Tidy the project because there wasn't a service that was targeted enough and able to really service some of our niche needs. What was the second question again, Matt?
Customer acquisition.
Customer acquisition. So we mentioned Philip, we mentioned Sarah. And what we also plan on integrated, if funded, would be promotions, referral services, as well as SEM. We're confident that we can acquire customers if the world is adequately getting out there and we're able to reach a more targeted audience. On top of that, with the commercial space, we've already acquired a very large customer. Like I said, Bongo PM has over 300 properties within the nation, and we effectively plan on building our relationship with them to help solve the chicken and egg problem as we enter new markets. And since we've been full-time, I also want to indicate I got married. And I also, our CTO also got married, ironically, also on August 5th. But yeah, so a lot of growth outside and inside with the new.
So August was a busy month for Kwame because he both moved full time to NEU and also his wife still decided to get married and they went on their honeymoon. So it's very cool. And so question 2 is as you guys scale, how do we manage quality control, timeliness? I'm assuming these hosts are pretty demanding on making sure that everything's done to their specifications and things are done on time, so there's not a cleaner when a guest arrives. And what sort of operational things can we do to improve that process?
Hi, I'm Rowan. Just introducing myself. So right now, our operation managers are on ground every day, and they audit jobs from between 10 to 25% of cleans. The rationale is that if a cleaner knows that there's a 10 to 25% chance that their clean is going to be audited, they're on their toes. But that's not what we do moving on along. With the introduction of the app and the recent release of Airbnb's API, we'll be able to tie cleaning scores that customers leave for the host and attach it to the cleaner that actually performed the job. That way, if you're receiving anything less than 85% 5-star reviewed, you get kicked off our platform. That incentivizes cleaners to do their job to the best of their ability.
And the last question before we run out of time, how will NEU execute in Seattle and other markets before competitors? So like I said, it's really just based off of our fundamental capability to build not only our brand recognition, but also significant partnerships. One thing that separates us from our competitors is we're the only ones that have entered this space that understand the duality of the marketplace. We're also the only ones that actually are trying to solve the problem by integrating technical solutions. We're so much more than a cleaning company. Thank you.